this is Blebsid99 back again, and this time I've actually got a new screenshots for the for GTA 5, and uh, I was not expecting this, and also seeing as well, I'll get more into detail as we continue, but first I want to analyze all three photos, and they're basically just the transport that you have, not every single transport in the game, but of course it kind of explains the different ways you can transport yourself. For example, bike, car, and plane. They still haven't revealed trains or boats to be exact, um, but we already have helicopters as an official vehicle, if you want to put it that way. And in these photos, the protagonist is kind of visible, not exactly, but he's kind of visible in this, um, the one of the screenshots. So let's begin. So first, to explain, we have a guy riding on a bike. This is appearing not to be a regular bike. This is more of a racing bike, not really a mountain bike or a regular bike. This is more of one of those races I've seen, as how the handlebars are brought down so you have clearance to actually see over you, and it's better. And also it has thin wheels, so that way it's faster. And so you can kind of tell that it's a racing bike. The guy is wearing racing is well, wearing some gym clothes or racing material. I can't remember what you would call it right now. Uh, the sand is actually has good detail. You can tell that there's a lot of erosion in the sand, and also there is sand dust blasting out from the wheel since he's steering on the sand. So that even has good detail. They blurred out Pleasure Pier, so they don't really show that much detail. And you can really see the Ferris wheel, and you can see the boardwalk, houses, buildings in the back, and you can see everything that's holding it up, and you can tell that this thing is massive, much more massive than the San Andreas Pleasure Pier, and way more massive than the what do you call it, the Firefly Island boardwalk in Grand Theft Auto 4. So you can definitely tell that this is huge, and probably a lot more walking space, a lot more areas to cover in the game. Big improvement. So and you can also tell that he's also wearing a watch, and it seems like he has something in front of one of the pedals. I think it's just from the actual boardwalk, or it could be right in front of him. It could be the stand for the light pole in front of him. I can't really tell because it's blurred out, so the distance, you can't really tell the distance. But it's there, so that's good. So technically, you can kind of see that this is big, so the Ferris wheel probably is also rideable. Let's move on to the second pick, which is our car. It's called Cheetah, and this Cheetah, it's actually I think it's a returning vehicle. I'm not sure if it had the name Cheetah, but I'm pretty sure it's a returning vehicle. You can tell it has much more detail on the doors and the backlights. You can't really see the front of the car. You can actually tell there's actually a reflection in his side view mirrors, and the side view mirrors of the car. You can also see that there's dust on coming out of the tires. So there's you can also have that same detail on the dust coming out. You're burning the tires out. Also, if you look in the reflection of the shell of the car, you can kind of see what seems to be those cranes. I'm not exactly sure what the technical name for them is, but those things that spin around and hits, and they just keep. I think they're oil pumpers. I'm not exactly what you call them. So you can see that in the reflection. If you remember, you actually saw that in the trailer. In the front, you can see that there's a park, light poles. I think one of them is actually electric, one of those light poles. And there's a stop sign, which actually the stop sign has pretty good detail for a small thing. The trees have good detail. The trunks, what I think needs a little bit of detail is actually the street, but it's still really good, way better than Grand Theft Auto 4. You can see the exhaust, everything, and the back bumper. You can see the the what do you call it? The license plate has a good detail. It's got a spoiler. the tire, the rims, everything. It's good detail, and I mean, I'm definitely gonna be using this car in the game. Also, it seems like the H is either blocked out from the by the reflection of the sun on the back of the on the car where it has the name of the car. Though I think maybe they just did that misspelling, or it could just be that they just did for fun, or either the reflection is blocking the H out. So we move on to the next picture. Actually, wait, there actually is a few detail over to the right, um and I can't really tell what it is behind the trees. Probably the city. Let's move on to the next picture. And here we have a jet, and this jet is probably the Hydrojet that we have in San Andreas. Of course, in GTA 4 we didn't have jets because the map size was too small, as Rockstar said. So here we have jets again, and you can tell that this jet has is a bomber jet, or the fighter. You can tell right there that it has it has the missiles, and of course probably drops bombs too, unlike the just shooting missiles. There is a reflection on the left wing, but I think that red light is just the lights from the actual plane itself. In the cockpit, you can kind of make out what everybody's calling the main protagonist, and also naming him Albert de Sylvia. So you can kind of get the idea of what they're going here. They were trying to reveal the protagonist slowly, and I mean, just reveal the character in small detail. You can't really make out the face, but you can kind of tell this is the guy that's overlooking the city in the balcony in the game, also robbing the jewelry store with some other people. So we do have this character. You can also see all the blurred out city behind them, which is actually good detail. If you're going at fast speed, you really wouldn't be able to see everything clearly. Then again, this is a third-person view, so yeah. But amazing. And if you look at the bottom right corner, above where all the trees is, you can kind of make out a pool. It's kind of far off from the city. This is, I believe, where the forest for in San Andreas would be. So yeah, that's basically the entire video. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. We're also on Facebook and Twitter. Remember to follow us and like us. Visit our website and check our blogs out, and photos and video game news and news in general if you want to. Our videos are also posted on our website. Not all of them though. Yes. So just remember to check that out. And this is Blebsite99, Joseph, signing out.
I forgot to